Hi guys, welcome if you're new here and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. So today's video will really just be myself and Sarah, my friend here, my new best friend, sharing about our experience touring three African countries, West African countries by road. Um, and I mean, the reason why we're doing this video is because we posted some pictures on our WhatsApp stories, and a lot of people were interested in how we're able to like plan how much we spent and what our experience was. So this video is really just sharing how it was, whether we enjoyed it, the highlights, the bad experiences we also had along the way. Hopefully it will help you while you also plan your trip. But before we get into that, I would also like Sarah to introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Sarah Michael Essien, and I'm a cross Riverian. I run a unisex fashion line, and I also run an Airbnb. What else would you like to know?
But yeah,
Edit it out.
I think that's really it. So we'll just get straight into the video. Like I said, we went to like three different countries, and we'll just start with each one of them. We're going to share our experiences, what we liked about the country, and also the cost breakdown, so that when you're also looking to go, at least you have an estimate of what you should prep for. What do you like the most about Benin, and the not so good part about the country itself?
Okay, so I think I loved everything about Benin, or Benin Republic.
Anyway.
I had a great time, and I honestly want to go back because we did not spend so much time there. I loved the beaches, especially. That's why I liked to go there every day. The color of the water was so clean and refreshing, and it's perfect
best.
place to actually go and chill and think. And the people and the language barrier was a problem. We had issues communicating. But at the end of the day, at least we could use Google Translate to pass our messages. But I think I liked that place, and I liked to go. It was beautiful. I loved the graffiti walls and the art. I love art, so it was a pretty place to visit.
Yeah, I think I also shared the same view as to what you shared. I really, really love Benin. I think out of the three countries we explored, I'll most likely go back to Benin instead of like
course.
Togo and
And
Ghana.
right?
And we have some crazy things to say about Ghana, but yeah. What I love about Benin, I think for me, I really love how organized the country is. I don't know if it's maybe because we went to like their city, but I mean Lagos is also a city, and Lagos is a disorganized city. But like they're so organized, and I also like how wide their roads are, right? Unlike Lagos, where even sorry, I'm going to keep
It's wide on the
comparing.
island.
I'm going to keep comparing Lagos with Cotonou because we went to Cotonou. I think another thing I also love about the city is how loud they're not are. I mean, like she said, their water is like the best, like ever, right? And I think what even added to me liking like the beaches and the water is also because when you go there, like there's no blasting of music, like everywhere is quiet, and you can really just be in the moment, right? So I definitely love that about the country. And I think the other thing I would say about Benin is also how, I mean, I was speaking to someone, and she was telling me how she has visited Benin for about 10 times now, and she has stayed really, really late. And there's never been a time where she was scared someone is going to come and hijack her
Yeah.
or like steal something from her, right? So, and even for me, when I went there, I honestly didn't see anyone trying to smile at me, or like Lagos when people are smiling at you, like they're not smiling at you because they want to smile at you. They're smiling at you because they want you to give them money. But like I didn't experience that, and I don't know if it's if you did, but I didn't see anyone also begging money on the road, right? And I think that's like a good thing
Maybe
to
at the
see.
border.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
at the
not
border,
in
but
the
like in the
city.
city
Yeah.
itself, I didn't see anyone like when we're in the traffic. You see people
Right,
in
right.
like trying to beg. I didn't see any of that. What I also don't like about the city is the language barrier, just like what Sarah said. And honestly, it got really frustrating at a point, especially when you go to restaurants where these restaurants they didn't just open last year or like yesterday. Like you guys receive tourists. The least you can do is probably get people that have basic
Speak English. Just the
English.
basics.
Yeah. And but like it was just a struggle trying to like communicate. But yeah, thanks to Google Translate. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was our experience in Benin. We spent 4 days,
Yeah. 4 days.
right? And for this Benin trip, we didn't plan by ourselves, unlike Togo and Ghana, where we did everything by ourselves. We actually used a travel agency, right? But we spent 4 days, so all our transportation within the city are
Was
covered by
covered.
the
Yeah.
travel agency. The passport stamping too was pretty easy. I think the price is around 2,000 naira or thereabouts. I'm not sure. But it's also
Yeah.
very affordable to get.
2,000 naira.
Yeah.
No, that's 4,000 naira. I think 2,000 cephas.
Cephals, yeah, yeah,
4,000
yeah.
naira.
Because another bad thing, their currency has more value than ours. Their currency has more value than ours. So if you're paying 2,000 naira cephals, which is their currency, is like 4,000 naira here. Right. Yeah, what are some of the sightseeing that we did that you liked
Where? In Benin?
in Benin? Yeah.
Where did we even go to in Benin again? Because I think I enjoyed my time in-house. Like the lake house.
Yeah.
I spent so much time. We spent so much time. That's where we made all our arrangements to go to another city.
Yeah.
So we spent so much time in there, and then I would usually just rather stay indoor and then chill than go out.
Yeah.
But I liked the Casa del Papa view as well. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
pretty. It was giving me some kind vibes,
What
which is
vibes?
very pretty. There's this movie, Resort to Love. So as I went there, I remembered the movie.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that too.
Right, it just gave that vibe.
Yeah.
It was pretty. The restaurants were cool, pretty expensive. Where we translate
Because
to
we
naira.
just keep translating to naira,
Right.
sorry,
Which you should not do.
converting rather to naira. But like you want to buy a food, they will tell you it's 6,000 cephas, and you look at the food. I'm like,
That's
why am I
okay.
paying 12,000 naira
Okay.
to eat this, right? So it can also be a lot. But just like to give you like a breakdown of cost, if you're looking to travel, for transportation, you can also look at this. For transportation, it was a cab that took us from Lagos here to Benin, and we spent about 2 hours on the road, right? It was comfortable, and we didn't have any issues on the way.
Right.
And the stamping also doesn't take too much time. In like 15-20 minutes, you guys are done. For accommodation, we stayed in 2 different places. We stayed in La Villa Saint something.
Oh, so there's a name for that one. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
there's a name. Then the second place we stayed is this lake house where she mentioned earlier, and I think that was like the most
Expensive
beautiful and also the most expensive part of the trip. We kayak, we were in bathtub, we had good food.
Yeah.
It was really
nice.
beautiful, right? And some other sightseeing we also did. We went to this Python temple. It's also 2,000
Yeah.
cephas.
That was the exciting
She
one for you. No, I couldn't touch that snake.
So she couldn't touch the snake. It's 2,000 cephas to enter the temple, which is like 4,000 naira, right?
Crazy.
Then we also went to this Amazon statue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
really
also
beautiful.
good. Yeah, because we also went in the evening, so we were there
Pictures
to
were
like
pretty.
late in the night, and that was free to, like, you're free to like take pictures and be around the place.
Yeah.
What about the art and craft market?
Well, so one thing I noticed about that space was I'm using Lagos now to judge, since you've been using Lagos. The people selling didn't come after us and start dragging our hands and stuff like that. So I'd say they're, I don't know. I won't use the word laid back because we're going to get to Ghana where
I
that
was
is a
about to
thing.
say that.
But it was a nice place. They had nice stuff. But they had stuff that we already have here, so we didn't
Exactly.
have.
And when you try to like convert the currency, it honestly didn't make sense to
It didn't
buy
make sense. It
there.
was
It
expensive
was
when you
too
can get it in
expensive.
Nigeria
Yeah.
for cheaper first.
Yeah. So yeah, those are like those, some places we visited. On average, if you're buying food, you probably spend around 3,500 to like 6,500 cefas.
That's like getting it in Buka because if you want to get it in the
No, no,
restaurant,
no.
6,000 is the
No.
cheapest.
They actually some restaurant that actually saw 35. It might
What
just.
did you see, please?
I can't.
Probably still one scoop of something because 6K is like the least.
Yeah. So I think the average is probably 6K cefas, which is like
6K.
12K here.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to travel to Benin, you might need to so if you plan to like eat twice a day, so it means you need to budget 24,000 naira for food
Daily.
daily. Exactly.
Yeah.
Then I think the last thing for Benin before we move to Togo is like the internet. So you can roam your SIM, but it's more expensive. So it's better for you to get like an MTN Benin or Benin, and also get their data.
Right.
When you convert to naira too.
But the
too
data is
expensive.
actually pretty expensive.
That's why I
Getting the
said-
SIM is what, 12,000?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, things are pretty expensive there. But yeah, I think this makes sense if you're looking to travel to Benin. So even though the travel agency that we use, they provided the transport, I think if you're going by yourself, you can check out ABC, right? Because that's what we used on our way back to Nigeria, and it was not bad. It was okay. So you can also use them, and I also like the fact that you won't be the one doing the passport stamping by yourself. So when you excuse me, when you pay, they will do the stamping for you, which I think it's also
Yeah.
good.
That's okay, no hassle.
Yeah, I think that's pretty it for Benin. We plan to go back because we
Yeah.
enjoyed ourselves.
We
Hopefully
did.
their currency comes down.
Pray for Nigeria.
But yeah, that was it.
That's
And we
great.
spent 4 days, and I'm definitely not going to forget the trip in a very long while.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Okay, so for Togo, just a backstory. When we left Nigeria for Benin, the plan was to go to Benin and return back home, right? But on the final day, a day two of us returning back to Nigeria, we're just chatting when the bathtub, and it was like the most beautiful thing ever. They were like, wait, how many hours is Togo to Benin? Is it
Right.
not 2 hours? I'm like, why not do it? And that was how we decided not to return back to Nigeria and go to Togo instead.
Right.
So, and Togo and Benin, they use the same currency.
Currency.
So they both use cefas. The trip is also about 2 hours. But so before we talk about the cost breakdown, what do you love about Togo and what you do not like?
So for Togo, we didn't do so much sightseeing. It was basically sitting at home and work, everybody pressing laptop and working. But I think I loved the China City Mall. It was exciting to go and shop for things we did not need. But I loved it. It wasn't, the prices were fair. And it's a new place. I think they just opened the match because that's what I saw. They just opened the match. It was great. I didn't really like the beach that we went to. It was just strange. You had that big hole that was scary.
There.
But I loved the live band there. It was, the French songs were really nice.
good.
Really
Yeah.
nice. Really
Yeah.
nice. The people, the guy on the bike that was trying to fight us for no reason. Seems like, do you remember
Oh,
the guy?
I remember. It's not on the bike now, it's Marua.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just strange to see someone just fighting us
I
for no
think
reason.
they're very aggressive because
They
not
are
just
aggressive.
only him. I think for me, I like that we interacted a lot with the locals in Togo, unlike Benin, and maybe that's why we have a lot to say about them.
Alright,
I think they're not
alright.
friendly.
No, they're not.
I don't know if it's safe to. I mean, we didn't meet every single person to generalize, but
First
like,
impression, you use the first impression to judge.
but like they're not that welcoming, unlike in Benin where people are so welcoming, happy to help.
Right,
Even
right.
even though there's the language barrier, you could still see how they're willing to like
Yes.
try to like understand what you're trying to
Yeah.
say. I think for me, what do I love about Benin? I think I love, sorry, Togo. I love our Airbnb.
Oh yeah, it
It
was
was
pretty.
it was pretty, yeah.
Had the garden vibe.
Mm-hmm,
Garden
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
view.
I mean, and just like she said, we didn't really tour many places in Togo because one, they have their elections, and also they're prepping for their Independence Day, right?
Yeah, they were. It was
So
2 days
many
after.
of the places were closed or they don't open early. Same with Benin. There was also the language barrier.
Mm-hmm.
On day one, we struggled a lot because they couldn't understand us or we couldn't understand them. We're trying to ask them where we can get to like supermarket, and
Mm.
it
It was
it
crazy.
was just we had
It
to
was
go for
crazy.
street food. So we had their suya and
Oh
their
yeah.
yam.
Oh, they almost cheated us on the suya.
Yeah, another thing because
Once they noticed that you're not from there, they will try to cheat you. So we used our
thank
strong
God for
head.
you and Fad, honestly, because I
Come
would
on,
have
man.
given I would have given the man extra money because he actually wanted to cheat it. Like
Yeah.
we agreed on the price, and when he
Mm-hmm.
gave us the suya, it was like, oh, it's times 5 of what we agreed initially. But then they
Exactly.
have to show him
That's be
Niger way,
savvy.
so he had to like calm down. Right. So in Togo, we actually spent 5 days in Togo. Yeah,
You did 4 nights.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we
Oh
did.
yeah. Okay.
I think one
Okay.
strange thing about Togo also is how the first night I woke up around 5:44,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like it's like 8 a.m.
Very
because
bright.
everywhere is bright. I'm like, is it my phone? And it's just one, so they're 1 hour behind Nigerian's time. So if it's 9 a.m. in Nigeria, it's 8 a.m. in Togo.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I really liked our stay. I like our house, and I also like that we actually went out to get like food stuff,
You make
then
our
make
meals.
by ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's also another way for you to actually reduce costs for your trip.
Right.
And to give you like cost breakdown, I know I didn't mention this earlier, but for any of those trips, you need to have like your international passport and your yellow card. Please don't get fake yellow card. They'll
Yeah, but
catch
then
you.
if you don't have the passport, you can pay a certain amount for you to pass. Yes, I think
didn't
that's what
know.
he told us. Yeah.
Okay. But, but yeah, so we spent 5 days. We got a cab from Benin to Togo, and we paid 75K CFAs, and that's because we chartered like a whole bus, and we're three.
It was
Right.
the bus though.
It was like a cab. Yeah.
It was a very pretty, nice car.
Yeah, it was actually. So it was also comfortable.
Yeah.
Then the 75K CFAs is like 150.
That's times one. So.
Yeah, 150 naira. Sorry, 150,000 naira. And one thing that also helped with this trip is because it wasn't like a solo trip, so we're able to like share cost among the three of us.
All right.
For accommodation, we got an Airbnb, and it was $45 per night.
$65
Is it 60?
with the charges. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
So that's
$45, but then there's these other charges that Airbnb is going to have to it, and $65. The sightseeing we did, I also didn't like their beach. It looks
no.
weird.
Too weird.
And we wanted to take pictures in like their Independence Square, but they couldn't let us because they were prepping for their Independence Day, and they couldn't even be nice to us.
Yeah, let's get to that.
But yeah,
Can't wait to blast.
yeah. So I think that's really it for Togo, and I think for this video also I'll probably create a document to also just list out all these
Yeah,
costs so that
I
you can
think
always
so.
refer back to it. Then the final country is Ghana.
Chale.
We spent 4 days in Ghana too. We stayed in Parkview apartment. So tell us your experience.
That's also. I do like Ghana. I was waiting for us to get to the Ghana part because they are very laid back for one. They're not so friendly, and then they discriminate a lot.
Yeah.
When they know that you're Nigerian, either they're trying to increase the price or something like that. So I was having a conversation with the owner of Parkview, and then he made it clear that they actually have issues with Nigerians. Like you go to a house to rent and they ask you
I mean,
where
we
you're from.
experienced it also, so yeah.
It's crazy. Like even getting an Airbnb there, they would ask you where you're from. They acknowledge the fact that Nigerians do well and they have money. You know that Nigerians actually like to show off. So they do their thing. They go there and they show off, and then they know that they're Nigerians. But I don't like the fact that, you know, I remember going to Osu Castle,
Yeah.
and they
It's a
said
pretty place.
Ghanaians 20 Ghana cedis and Nigerians 80 Ghana cedis. The gap was just so much. And I know that we don't do that here in Nigeria. Where we'll
Yeah.
ask you what's your nationality so that we'll know how much to bill you.
Exactly.
It didn't make sense.
It's either
to
you
me.
are like a citizen or like a foreigner. Like
Right,
people
right,
don't have
right.
like the
Nationality,
country and
exactly.
now
And
use
we're
that.
all
So
Africans. It didn't make sense. Then, their work ethics is very, very poor. Nigerians do
I think
great.
it's the same for all the three countries. I think they are all laid back.
No, but Ghana is worse, though.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe
their
Ghana.
clubs open at 2 a.m.
No, Ghana is worse.
Their clubs open at 2 a.m. Then people that, of course, they have to go and sleep. And then now wake up in the afternoon to open their stores.
Yeah, they don't
So
open stores
it was-
early too.
Yeah, that was a culture shock. When we went to a salon, and then one person was just in the salon, very laid back. She's like, she does not have time to make her hair. And they were like, wow. In Nigeria, even if you have 10 people in the store,
Yeah.
they'll say, just give us small time. They can even buy you
They
Coke.
won't even lie.
Exactly. They can buy you Coke so you be comfortable and you wait. That's the great thing about Nigerians. We're very active and we like to work.
Yeah.
Ghanaians, no, I don't like the fact that they discriminate and the fact that they're very laid back. But
What do you like?
is there anything I like?
You don't like the zip lining?
Oh, that was the only fun thing. The fact that we went ziplining, it was the only fun thing. The rest, I didn't like it. The fact that they open clubs at 2 a.m., it didn't make sense. That's why we're deep in sleep.
Yeah, I think for me the highlight also is like the zip lining. It's like the best. It felt like we're going to like fall, but it was really nice. It was really nice. Yeah, and if you're also looking to go, it's about 50 cities. Is it cities or cities?
So we need 20 entry, then 50.
50.
That's
No,
70.
Is it 50?
Yeah, it was 50.
Yeah, it's 50. So that's 70. And the exchange rate is also, so our 1,000 naira.
Is there 5 cities?
Is it 5? No, it's 13.
5 cities is 1,000. I mean,
No.
10 cities is what?
But
1,000.
we got like a higher rate from my guy.
Leave that one. That one is just small extra on top. But 10 cities is 1,000. So 5 cities is 500 naira.
500 naira, yeah. So same with Ghana too, sadly.
Same as the surface. The value is the same.
The value is higher than naira, so yeah, we even went to their art and craft, and when the man saw us and he was like, Nigerians are not going to buy. And honestly, I can't blame us because when you did the conversion, it was just a lot, and you can easily get that also here in Nigeria. So yeah, like why spend so much? Yes, and yeah, for same thing for Ghana, if you're looking to go, you need to stamp your passport. Togo to Ghana is also about 3 hours. We also chartered a cab, and we paid 40k, right? Yeah, we paid 40. Yeah, I asked FAD. Then for accommodation also, it was $60, but I think we got discount.
Plus, there's the stamping of passport is 10k.
Yeah.
To Ghana.
Yeah.
Accommodation.
Yeah, for accommodation, we stayed in Parkview.
We got discount.
Apartment. It was a pretty apartment, but too small. But
we got it for $45.
Yeah.
At a discounted rate.
And the first day there was no light. Was it the first day or the second day?
I think it was the second. They had the power problem in Ghana.
And it was
in Ghana,
hot.
Power problem?
It was hot. Like we couldn't sleep. But they later brought the light, and yeah, that was resolved.
You're ruining someone's business. But it was the host.
But that was what happened.
Well, the host was very kind. Even when we texted,
what was he going to say before?
In the midnight, and then he tried to make provisions for power for us to be able to sleep well. But
yeah,
it was cool. The
it
space
was cool.
Was nice.
I think another thing I also love about Ghana is how we went to ShopRite. Like I said, if you're looking to go on this trip on budget, you really need to like make your own food by yourself. Like because when you do the conversion, it's a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's pretty it. I hope this makes sense. Like I said, I'm going to create a Google Doc to also list out all these different costs so that you can always refer back to it. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if you have.
Would you like to visit Ghana again?
No.
Yes, me neither. No,
I don't want to visit Ghana also. I don't want to go back. Same with Togo.
Yeah, Togo too.
But Benin, definitely yes.
Perfect. Right now we're trying to fix a time to go there to look for, business opportunities.
Why are you telling them this?
In case we have investors watching. We need you guys to key in.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty it for this video. Thank you so much for coming here to share with my community.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So yeah, see you guys in my next videos. Bye.
Adios.